went outside the temple and I saw that the sadhu sitting behind me is there. I don't know where did he appear, but he just again came. He was not sitting there when I completed, but when I went outside, he just again appeared. And I again touched his feet and he asked, "Where are you from?" And I started answering. Then I realized he was from some Isha background because his clothes something I thought he might be from Isha background, and he talked about Sadhguru. He said the first thing which he asked me, he said, "What are you trying to do? Do you want to show that you are a yogi?" And I was like that. What, Swami? He said, "Do you want to pretend? Do you want to show yourself as a yogi? Why aren't you wearing anything?" I said, "Swami, Sadhguru says if you do not wear something synthetic, it increases your receptivity towards any temple or any secret space." He said, the best thing he asked me, he said, "Do you follow everything which Sadhguru says?" And probably that was the moment of realization for me. And from then onwards, definitely my life transformed in so many different ways, which maybe I will not be able to explain on screen, on camera, not because I don't want to share, just because I don't have enough vocabulary to explain it. So this has been my privilege to be in presence of Swami Sushanta, and as he has taken Paramhams Sannyas, another privilege to be with him in these Himalayas. And yesterday we visited a few temples, and we have been there in his presence for a week or something. It has been an awesome experience for me. Thank you so much, Swami. Namaskar.
Yeah. So, namaskaram everyone. This is Swami Sushanta. So, I've noticed that many of you were asking mostly similar questions. And first things, let's start from the outside. Why he's not wearing the same clothes as Isha Brahmacharis in Isha Foundation, and what was the reason he left ashram? Is there a possibility for brahmacharis to live outside the ashram? So many questions were there. You can also ask questions here. There are question box. And of course, let's start with Swami. Swami, if you could introduce yourself and just answer those simple questions like, for example, the clothes, about the clothes, the Rudraksh and everything.
Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtin Vishwatitam Giranasadrisham Tattvamashyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Shakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Namaskar to everyone. It's a privilege exactly on the day when 7 of us are sent by Sadhguru for the Amarnath Yatra, but we could not make due to the bomb blast that happened in the Kashmir. So we diverted again to the Chardham. It has been today, it is 23 years. So maybe I remember before we start that yatra in his house, during that was BSP time, ladies BSP was happening that time in the Thatcher Roof building. So he said, I simply say, take me with you. I really don't know what's the meaning of that, or have I realized it, but still it is His grace and blessing making everyone to take this possibility to everybody, and especially when this time recently I've been got into the Paramahansa Sannyas, when they read the scriptures, what the thing has been, I personally felt it's because of Sadhguru in my life. Some doors has been got opening with his blessings. Definitely we will strive for the better one. Yes, we can ask the questions, you can ask.
So, yeah, there's first question came from Ayush. He says, really wanted to ask him why he left ashram and where is he right now. So basically, this is the common question.
So, so it is why he left the ashram. So the word the ashrama means the place where the one does the niyamas, or the ashrama have different meanings. It's been there. In our tradition, we call it as brahmacharya ashrama, vidya ashrama. It starts from the vidya ashrama, then brahmacharya ashrama, then grahastha ashrama, then vanaprastha ashrama, then sannyasa ashrama. The last one is vruddha ashrama, the first one is the balashrama. Except balashrama, that is 7 ages, and the vruddha ashrama, all other thing as in responsibilities, the niyamas, one has to follow. So here, in our modern context, we refer ashrama means a place where sadhaka has been there. The real word is been for that is a parnashala, where guru will be there. Today, how you see Isha Yoga Center is like grahasthas will be there, vanaprasthas will be there, brahmacharis will be there, sannyasis will be there. So all kinds of things will be there. It's a parnashala is grace of presence of the guru. All dimensions will be there. But over a period we came after the British invasions and so many things, we call today's ashrama. In fact, Sadhguru has very clearly said Isha Yoga Center. And for a brahmachari and sannyasi, when he initiated into the path is between just guru and shishya. For various reasons, it happens in the. Even I don't know much, but for my understanding, I always say, Guru means I show the example of Patanjali, who offered this thing in one moment, so maybe in one time, for 1,000 people, the same thing, whatever he offered, depending upon the people's, the receptivity, the disabled things. There is a proverb in the Telugu, which is my mother tongue. They used to say, Sitaku Ramudu unde sthalame Ayodhya. Where Rama is there, for Sita, wherever Rama is there, that is the place for the Ayodhya, for her. Similarly, for a disabled, where Guru is there, that is the place is ashrama. Where Guru is there, our sloka, when we do the Guru Puja, we say, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In Dakshinamurti Ashtakam it comes that Guruve Sharvalokanam Vishade Gaurohinam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, Guru is omnipresent. Even Guru himself said, it's not just a physical, it's a state. When there is a beautiful scripture is there called Guru Gita, where Parameshwara explains the sthiti of Guru to the Parvati. From there, all the slokas has been taken, and whatever the Guru Puja is happening, That's happening in our tradition wherever you go in India. So there is no such thing as one left the ashram. How he can left it? A guru prepares him for different reasons. We don't know. Really, I don't know. But these are all things many saint may when I this past 12 years when we go various from my tradition the house they tell about. So there is no place in my personal experience also. I never felt that I was been out of Isha Yoga Center. All the thing is been am I doing whatever I learned or whatever I had been taught. I don't even know how much I learned or how much is been. That all the things Guru has to say or Guru people like them has to say. I don't know. All I'm thinking I'm striving it little bit whatever then I understood. So this is the question. And second thing, the another dimension. When you come into the spiritual thing, when we say, we classify the Patanjali says yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, then dharana, dhyana. So pratyahara is the one who can turn inward, who is being. So when it remember me in Samyama, because various Samyamas I got opportunity for the volunteering. So he used to say that even if Shiva comes, you are chanting, even if Shiva comes, you don't look at him, you just continue the chanting. So what's happening to somebody, how he has been guided by Guru, that is between Guru and Shishya. So we don't need to look as a seekers, as a sadhaks for a person in our sadhana. Just we do our thing. It is not comparative who did best or who is been better than anybody. That's all social things. That's anywhere, everywhere is been there. But I don't think anything is like, not just me I'm saying it, even the people from my last 30 years of journey, I see in Samayamas, many people experience Sadguru even when they are not come to Isha Yoga Center. So can we say they are not in ashram? So the question is not relevant, and this is always been today's world. Logically they think why they left it. That is between Guru and Shishya, and I respect that. That's all.
Okay, so there is another question coming from Shilpa Dixit. What is the difference between brahmacharya and sannyas?
So both are, we are in the path. There is definitions, lots of definitions has been there for a word brahmacharya. So Guru is simply saying if you walk in the toward the divine or in the lap of master or being with Guru. So as I already said it, brahmacharya ashrama, from then it's a learning period. So from the Vidya ashrama means it's a learning period. From the learning to brahmacharya ashrama. When they go into the brahmacharya ashrama, they receive everything. They will wear the clothes, will be maybe white or the orange. Sadhguru has said more than what people in a very easy understanding language they said about this. So it is that whatever you receive as bhiksha, you have to give it to the Guru, and Guru choose what you need to get it. That's how the traditional path has been there. When they, even today, if you go to the traditional path, you have to serve to the Guru, and if he convinced, if he been satisfied by your Shraddha and Bhakti, maybe he may teach you to the path. So for various persons it will happen various time spaces, that's not the thing. The path is been after the brahmacharya, they can go to the grahastha. I myself heard some of the people who have been in the ashram, they choose with his permission, they go and get married. Now we understand is that spiritual is the last. No, it's not my understanding at least. And never, Sadhguru also never said that about anything about such people. Maybe in terms of the positive, but they are going it. But however they are, what is being told for them, if they keep it in their one thing, Guru will guide them. Socially, where they are, what they are doing, one has to go through their own prarabdha karmas, which and all big subjects. So from the brahmacharya, they go into the grahastha ashrama, that means 24 years. After that, vanaprastha ashrama, another 12 years. Then sannyasa ashrama starts at the age of 70. Very few people, they will get it directly from the brahmacharya to the sannyasa ashrama as an ashrama. But still, sannyas is a state. I don't need to say. If you say sannyas means Sadhguru is an example. Who else has been there in our time? Or Janaka Maharaja in the Puranas, if you read Janaka Maharaja. So it's a state one can attain by the Guru's grace and their own sadhana as they are guided by the Guru. So, but there are certain small differences there in terms of their practices, the niyamas, what has to be done. Patanjali describes this into five things you need to do externally. Satyam vatah, Satyam, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Indriya Nigraha, and Aparigraha, that thing. Pulan Tamil, they will say, Piran Purule Kullame. You not want to take the ownership of other, which is not yours. Similarly, the other five, one has to follow internally, Chaucham, Ishvara Pranidhyana, Swadhyaya. I think Ishvara Pranidhyana and all Sadhguru has spoken very elaborately in the Forest Flower It is Scam, I know it. In simple language, which has been in the Sanskrit with the people who have been going through. That is the grace of the people who, great masters like them. Because when I remember one thing, when in 2001 or 2 or something, when he talks about Nachiketa thing, I heard this story from the Upanishads. So they will take long time to think. Such a thing, they made it so simple in our understanding, so that many people have been taken up this path for their higher dimension, to reach up their higher dimensions. So we cannot fix it like this is brahmacharya, that is sannyasa into particular definition, because there are lots of definitions said by various masters. Added one thing, in this point I remember in one of the satsang, when Sadhguru asks how a brahmachari should be like this, I think one Swami asked us, Sadhguru, you keep on saying one by one. So what are the things has been said? As long as I can say one more thing is being possible. Yes, as long as one more step is always possible, and that's always Guru is ahead of you. So I didn't see myself as brahmachari or sannyasi. I came as a volunteer. I still be volunteer, and that's one thing in 1993 when he said it, you be volunteer. But it took me 25 years to understand. I am not sure that whether I understood or not. It's not about volunteer, it's about keeping the volunteering. the attitude of volunteering. That made I'm simple volunteer. That's all.
That was so amazing, Sami. So there are so many questions coming up, and I cannot really cope with all of them. So if you, Sami, can, I don't know, answer all of them, if you can, if you can make it this today. So there's another question is coming. So many people asking about sadhana. How Swami came across Sadhguru. Another thing is you live in Gupkashi, right? So you went north, as I mentioned in this description, that you from Coimbatore, you went north, and you were staying in Gupkashi. So the person whose name is Paras Agarwal is asking, Sadhguru said Gupkashi is conducive for doing sadhana for Isha people. Does he know why this is so? And the reason why you are staying in Gupkashi for 12 years, if you could elaborate on that.
There is no reason, I don't know. But the first time in 96 in the Dhyan Yatra, when Sadhguru took all of us, the first time Isha conducted Dhyan Yatra, we went out to Gangotri, Komuk, Tapovan, the time with Vijayka also, I remember. So that time we have 7, 8 buses, 10 buses. So Sadhguru and Vijima will be travel in one buses for a small distance. I am traveling in the bus number 2, where Swami Swegna also at that time they volunteer. Many of the people have been volunteers when now they become brahmacharis. So they were been there. So Sadhguru and Vijima came to our bus. So it's a privilege. That time I really don't know. Now I turn back and this, when I get down at the Gupta Kashi, some way on that travel I not a little bit comfortable in the bus, so I sit in his feet, his thing. Still I remember the moments. It's been just alive. So somewhere I felt the difference between the other part of the Himalayas and the Gupta Kashi and Kedar. I really don't know. Recently, in 2021, when Sadhguru given me the darshan also, I remember that moment. I reminded also. That's his grace and blessing. Yes, and that's the first time he talked about Sadhguru Shri Brahma and 4 of his disciples in the Gupta Kashi temple. I still remember he has been sitting in the just near to the Ardhanari temple. If I able to draw the sketch, drawing ability, what I am saying as a word, what I've been experiencing as a vision, I could be in that. So somewhere that's difference. And when I came for here and sadhana, I could not be into the Kedarnath because the season is closed. One of the condition what I need to follow that could not be. So I have to be come there. So that time where to go, like what to do, like that. She said Gupta Kashi. That's all. So what else? It will be more than that, no reason. When the scriptures, everything is Guru Vakum, Veda Vakum. What the Guru has said, that's the Veda. Whether it is scripture says or not, it doesn't matter. So it is, I didn't choose something like to be in this, but somewhere the place, the people, above all, His grace and blessings made my journey, making my journey. That's all.
That's amazing. In case your questions are not answered, it's fine. We'll be doing more sessions, and during that time, your questions can be answered. So there's another question is coming from Love Beyond 77. How to become a sannyasi or brahmachari in Isha as a young girl? How hard is it to walk this path if you are really willing?
So repeat the question again. How to
So how to become a sannyasi
or
or
brahmachari in Isha
as a young girl?
as a young girl? How to? There are procedures. There are set up so many things. Already it's very established procedure. If you go and ask the administrator, they will guide it. And if you me to answer, you will just be volunteer. And what is Paraneti Shivam? That's our Paraneti Guru. If keep chanting the name of Sadguru, you do whatever your part. That rest thing is been he takes care. And I think Isha Yoga Center is very clear procedure of if one wants to take up such steps. It's not like in 1996 or something. It's in 30 years I could see the setup systems has been much evolved, much effortless for the people. The thing is, what I personally sometimes say, many of the people will say, only Sadguru has to say to me. That's the thing. But I feel, even the administrator says, fine, what's my problem? After all, I'm going for sadhana. If I may be for work, maybe depending on skill. That is also, even if you go for a company, MNC company, when we go for a salary job, whatever they say, we are going to work. Yes. So there are roles and responsibilities, there are procedures, setups. These days, everyone is expected. If you go to a company, it will be written documents. Maybe if in some company not written document, it is my other thing. So what is the confusion? Now we have to take responsibility for our life, whether we become brahmachari or sannyasi. That's all the thing. Okay. But I know many people. These people, every one of them, most of them has been worked as a volunteer with me. To be honestly, whatever I did, if I feel I did something, that is because of those people. I just become small tool. I really don't know. That's a trust that Sadguru was, and the people given me, the life has given me the opportunity. So it is a simple thing. Is I would say one example is like when I do in the kitchen in the 90s. Those days it's a firewood kitchens. So one person needs the quantity in terms of liters. 1 liter rice means how many people we eat. 1 liter dal means how many people. So one person needs in kilograms. One person needs in tumblers. One person needs in they call paddy in Tamil. It's a traditional thing. Party was there. She also teach me a lot. So each person when they come, I need to tell, because I just come, I will take all the materials, organize that. So when they ask it, so I will give it and I hear it is there. They'll search it. Then. So okay, if it's there, you ask. It's not I intentionally did. So somewhere the life has given me the opportunity. One. The second thing, when the people is being said, I learned all the food. I don't know the kitchens. I don't know the cooking and anything. But I got opportunity. So in the presence of Guru, when we just give ourselves, if we keep the Sadguru use this word sense of purpose, like if I came as a volunteer, that's all, then I think it will manifest by itself. It's not because whether you become this or that, but there are still people. I know them. I they did suggest the yoga, but if you go to their office or their house, I could feel them as it is in the Sadguru's house. That would be there are people. So it is about we give ourselves devotion, we are volunteering. The guidelines has been there as an Isha Yoga Center. How one should become, the guidelines is already there. If we follow that, the path is simple. That's all what we will need to do.
Okay, Swami, there is one interesting question is coming. You were talking about the Guru, that Guru found you, things happened. So Lion Cloud is asking, how do you know if the Guru is your Guru? I went to Amma and Sadguru, but I'm not sure who is my Guru. Both gave me something truly valuable and transformed my life. Can I follow both? Or can you just tell us the significance of Guru?
The first question is, how do I know?
How do I know if the Guru is my Guru?
In my perception, whatever I understood limited, I share. Let my Guru be anyway, whoever it may be. Am I becoming disabled? That's all my path. And that discipleship also, because of the grace and blessings of the great people, for now in this moment I get something related in Spanda Hall. Sadhguru said, somebody asked the question like, oh, why you need to teach yoga when bhakti has been there, when the people like Ramana given the Jnana Yoga, so why you teach like this? For that Sadhguru answered is, Ramana, people like Ramana, they did job, they're doing their job. Because you read Ramana, now just that book, just that exposure brought you here. Now you drop him, listen Sadhguru, then that's all. So who is my Guru is, I can quote again Sadhguru. He says, whoever is in front of you, you see him as Sadhguru, I make sure it reality for you. Okay, people like me is an ordinary volunteer, ordinary human being. At least you trust his words. Whether he make it reality or not, that's not my problem. He said it to see him as a Guru. One time when I said the reminder to one person that, so okay, you are seeing me as Sadhguru. So will you follow whatever I say? Then it depends on what you are saying it. If I will not, I will say I will not. Because I work from my limitations. From which also, Sadhguru also given me in the Gurukula, I had 17 years been there. They told about whom to listen. Suppose if a person talks about how to handle a video camera, a person if he talks from the kitchen, will I make it? A person from the video department say, will I have to listen? Yes. So we know this much. I think we are not definitely not from like the today's world is definitely been there. And okay, for me, I have to become disciplined. Whoever it may be, Guru, oh, that is his responsibility, no? Why I need to think about who is my Guru? My path is, if he truly says, whatever I understood, a minimum from this limited knowledge and the exposure and whatever I got it, if I able to attain 1% of what I, the word is not right, whether I say perceived or imbibed or anything, it's not right thing. But if I get 1% as reality, that itself because of the blessings of grace and blessings of Guru. So I am not here and learn the scriptures or the experienced person or anything, everything to say answer like people. But it is because of him and wonderful volunteers and the brahmacharis and brahmacharinis and sannyasis. Every one of them some way contributed. That's all I'm still perceiving to, if somebody says this could be done better, I just want to be willing, that's all. I am trying my best. Even the word I am trying my best is, remember the Saraswati Yoga is been done. I'm not did, I don't know. Just keep myself, because he himself says, I can be, if you allow me, if you just be with me for one moment totally, then I can reach you in million ways beyond your logic. That's a statement of Sadhguru, not mine. I trust him. I trust him is because of his presence and blessings. You know, when the sloka says Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guru, we are doing every day, you know, we are saying it. That when Guru is the only one who is in the world. For a disabled, there is no other relationship, there is no other anything. And Sadhguru also written a poem in, I think in which book I don't know, but he wrote about a poem called Absence. If you experience presence, you should taste the absence also. So either we are going to be in presence or in absence. Anyway, both are in his lap. So where we are, whether I am with Guru or not, Guru is always with me. That is his compassion and blessings, and I am sure, I trust that the sadhana has been like Smaraneti Shiva, Smaranam Shravanam, that's the thing they will say. Just you chant, when I walk Parivrajaga, I little bit hesitation when I cross the Rishikesh because of the mountains. I remember that Swamiji, I don't know the names and all because the time I spent silence and I didn't take it. So he said, chant Sadhguru's name and keep walking. He will take you beyond. Definitely. He will take beyond.
Wow, that was really inspiring. And there are also questions coming about mainly sadhana. People are asking what sadhana do you do as a sannyasi? And some people are asking how they can intensify their sadhana. They have, some of them cannot follow up with sadhana, and they would like to know your suggestions basically about sadhana.
The question about?
Sadhana. Your sadhana and how they can intensify their sadhana.
My sadhana? I don't know what is my sadhana, what I did. But I'm doing. But sorry for becoming emotional. I've seen people who meticulously did asanas, great in and their devotion, their volunteering, their kriyas. In every way, I have not done, definitely not. All I know is he asked me to do something, whatever he given me the trust. And one thing is that since it's wrong word, I made it's wrong word since he given darshan on 2nd August 1993. Even before that, I felt I seen in many dreams. One thing is the Sadguru name. It's a mantra. சத்குரு என்ற ஒரு நாமம் போதுமே சகல வினைகளும் கரைந்தோடுமே. Just chanting the name of Sadguru will dissolve all our karmas, all our things. But we also, some of the people, I don't know whether it is right or wrong, I could not comment on those things. But just I do 24/7 chanting of Sadguru. So because I face these questions in this period. In the ashram, when I be in the home, I need support. Then yes, if you be in the home, in the ashram, somebody is cooking. Whether they do sadhana or not, they go. I know Swami Abhibhata who has been 6 o'clock, he will go to the Dhyanlinga temple and the thing, because the temple is open, people for public. He will do his practices there. In the initial days before the Dhyanlinga comes, I used to go 5-6 o'clock to the kitchen. Only then, because the firewood, rainy season, all this been done. Because of people like that, they not even care about their thing. They just given something themselves. The other people able to eat in time and do their work, whatever been they are doing it for their guru. So, if you ask my understanding, everything that we breathe is a sadhana. Is given the tools of volunteering. If we do anything as an offering to his guru, and that's what Isha Yoga Center has been created. And even today, millions of people have been worldwide, they are doing it. You know, it's not about who does what. I mean, whatever they have the skill, they are doing it. And if you ask what sadhana one has to do, I think I will go back to the Sagrasthiti Yoga. In the very first day class, now I think it's become Isha Yoga. So he says, do the homework, everyday homework, keeping a tab, how much time, how many times, at least 5 things where I applied, one thing where I have not applied. And similarly, asana, pranayama, every single thing they've been given. Swami Shivananda, when we came to 2001, when we came to Yatra, we gone to the Shivananda Ashram library. There I got some time that later emails and all come, I find out. So Shivananda says, keep your diary, spiritual diary with you. What you did today, what you not did today. So Sadguru is in simple way he given, if you do the homework every day before you go to bed, I think that will put us into track always. Whatever it will cut off many things. So if you want spiritual living, after many people think, I say, living our life at our best and doing whatever we can as an offering. That's a simple sadhana.
Wow, that was really inspiring. Yeah, some of you are keeping the diary every day. That's good. Um, okay, this question just came up now. I was looking for all the questions. Sami, if you could please share any challenges faced while leaving home and taking this path full time. And also, some people asked that if you had any past life connection with Sadhguru, was it easy for you to go to take this path? What about your family? How did they react? So people are interested. And if I would add a little bit, how was Sadhguru during that time's initial days and during consecration of Gyamlinga? So we can start with your journey first, past life, the family situation, yeah, the beginning.
Have I faced the challenges in the home? Of course. Which parent? Because they have their dreams, their concerns. Those days, it's not even Isha Center, it's not a thing. I have lots of memories, and when he sent it out, people will not give the what is the guarantee, who will make the payment. That time I was been in bank, so I will say I will vouch it, don't worry, we will be there. I will call my friend who is in bank. No, he's been there. So similarly, the vessels, if I take go for the program, Bhavaspandana and all, if we take higher vessels, big vessels, we went over. People will not give because who will? Where is his Shaga center is there? Where to? But as it goes, some people have been given. I know one person that who just met Sadhguru once. I introduced him. He is giving the materials like that. But still, he even in Sadhguru's, if he says Sadhguru, those people will be in there. He included that. And family challenges. My mother, Ma Karpuri, knows very well about it because she could face that as being a traditional Orthodox family background. And those days, those people's definition of they only accept Sankaracharya because the scripture says that sannyas means like this, the gurus will be like this. Like this, they have the thing. My mother even came into Bhavaspandana program. That time Sadhguru did it in the thatch roof building. She actually outbursted. Even that time I didn't spoke about ashram and all. Somewhere she felt something. Because when I did Bhavaspandana in the Adagumalai, that's the time Isha Yoga Center is. 94 April 17th, I remember the day in Adagumalai. After the Adagumalai, immediately came the time Sadhguru was in the Singanallur office. I think Ma Karpuri, Ma Gambiri and her sister was there cooking. I had that privilege. She has been there, though Begum and Swami Guru Viksha now. He's been taking, they have been full-time volunteers. Means they have been full-time means they have been working the one person, I forget her name, his father Rameshan, he's been working in bank, so they will keep you. I remember that's 15 going Seminary layout. I came there. I just said I want to be with you. That's all. He said for 2 years not to talk about any ashram in the house. The day when your mother says, that time. Similarly, my father, in Namakkal when Sadhguru came for the initiation of the Shunya initiation. I remember Swaminathan knows well. I still there have been very mentors for me to made it. How they convinced. Sadhguru asked the only question to my father. You respect Sankaracharya, you respect Vivekananda, all this, because he spoke on that language, because I am not against it, but somewhere. So when there is a possibility that can happen for your son, been very half-heartedly he has been not convinced, because he's been background of the traditional thing. Rather than me taking into spiritual thing, their concern has been that he is going into unorthodox system. That time it will be. Later he understood. Later when of course I didn't wait, I just go for the volunteering, I will come. Those days been we from Erodu, Tirur, Karur, Tirupur, we every Saturday, Sunday we will go, we will clean the Parthenium, we will go, and then that's how we came for the issue in 1994 and all I'm saying. So when in one of the Bhava Spandana, when I remember Anjalika has been from the Namakkal organizer, she said his mother is also in the Triangle building. Guru has been there. So he said, "What that what Sita you've been said." No, his mother has been so convinced. Now he's been said. Then he said, "You meet after the Bhava Spandanas." I remember the time Somana was there. So when he said, "Come here," I actually had not listened that moment. I could not be. Then Somana said, "Sadhguru has given you order to come." Oh, thanks to from that Bhava Spandana. Then things made it so effortlessly. I don't know what I faced the challenges or not. But one thing, I simply obeyed whatever he said. That is my understanding. I really don't know whether I obeyed it 100% or not. That's he only has to say. But that those moments of close to be with him, and yes, later they understood my mother. Before she depart in Spanda Hall and near to that Sadhguru's room, she very overwhelmingly. I don't know her condition that time. Later only I know. Somewhere she felt. It was Samyama volunteering. She came. Sadhguru met volunteers at that. She said only thing is been, for me this is enough. Yes, he is not just with me, he is with her also, with the father also. He taken it. That I just feel that gratitude, that's all. And when I don't have my own trust on how I can make it up, I say I just want to be with him. I really didn't expect. But many times when I face struggles or when I feel like it's not possible, it is because of 100% I say it is because of him. At least I am striving for that. That's all the thing. Whether I will make it in my life or not, I don't know. But all I think is, all I can do is, I can strive. That's the only thing I can offer to all the volunteers, all the people, from my first yoga teacher to every volunteer. That's the only thing I can offer. I don't know, like people who are being in the ashram, they know skills, they know many things. They have beautiful things to offer their guru. All the thing is I wish to be, that's all. Rest is, he will take care. That's okay, let me do my job, that's all.
So I hope it answered your question. I'm really overwhelmed with all these beautiful questions coming up. So yeah, I keep noticing questions about Dhyana Linga. Could you talk about the Dhyana Linga and how was Sadhguru during Dhyana Linga days and how was the process? Because this is the phenomenon that happened and Sadhguru struggled through three lifetimes. He struggled to build that, and how was that in your experience? Could you please tell us?
Regarding Dhyanlinga or Sadhguru, I am nowhere to talk about it. It's all I got the privilege. And Guru himself said that there is no difference between him and the Dhyanlinga. Then what else you require? So he spoke in my Brahmacharya Sivaratri in 1996, why Dhyanlinga. Still it is in the forest floor. But one simple thing is from making of Avdayar. And when we receive the Avdayar, that big stone comes from Velayambalayam. We, like tribes, we put all the leaves and went up to Alandurai. We receive it. Sadhguru and Vijima joined with Irtupallam. We brought that vehicle when he came, those moments. Swami Bhujanga came as volunteer, then we stayed there. And how they are making, that itself I can make it is a very big book kind. Is I got the privilege to work with the labors of maintenance, that also, and Stapati Kanagaratnam from the Pundi Tripur, he will come. Those days, if the rainy season, this July and all, very the road will be with the slush. We will go in the forest road. In the night we'll take with the Petronas light, myself and other Swamijis, the Brahmacharis. That time we will drop to the main road and we will come back. So the elephant sounds, pitch darkness. I really don't know how I made it all these things. Somewhere that trust, not only trust, because of his presence. I think in 1995 Samema, the first Samema that happened in the Isha Yoga Center, we 7 of us, the volunteer. Among the actually we 9 of them, 2 of them has been, one of the person has been in the ashram, so full-time volunteers. So totally we 8 people. In this, 2 people not even done the class. One name is Punita, and another person has been somewhere from Trichy, and one Amma from Karur or Velayambalayam. She came. She is the 65 of that age that time, and Swami Vasunanda was been there. He took care of Anandana. I am not, the names has been good because years has been gone, and Jack was there. 185 volunteers. In the session, the midnight when in the session has been, I want to share. Like that, when I stand as a volunteer, he asked me to share. from that moment to this moment. If I think Sadguru, he will be there. Even now, whatever I share now, I didn't feel that he's as if I am sharing or something I am doing. Rather than these informations, these experiences, his presence, those days, it never come again. Even if it come again, I don't know whether it will be same. So, what to say those things? It's again the informations only. So, is it great privilege? So, is today people is not there? No. Today people also have the same privilege, same possibility with him. I can say 100% that is whether he made it 13 days class or he made it 7 days class or he made it 1 day class. What he is, what he offered. In fact, sometimes I used to say, 25 years, a man, not even a single word changing, same way. Not as a guru, I'm not talking, as a human, I'm seeing. Not even a single word. If you ask me to do the same question, the answer again next time, I'm not sure. Mostly not. Not sure, mostly not. There will be variations will be there. But with him, that one thing, he can answer in 2 minutes, in just 2 words, he can say it in 2 days. So, what Sadguru or what Dhyanlinga, both are same. That's how I feel. Somewhere one time, one thing is been there before Dhyanlinga. Those things has been come. I had a dream. I still remember all the dreams that I have seen. Most of the nights, not sleepless nights. Even before I met Sadguru in my life, he came into life. That word is also wrong in my logic, because saying as he given, he entered into life. No, somewhere I feel that from the beginning of what I see as from the childhood, I feel some scare or something, especially in the period of 1989 to something 90. I was been on the banks of the river Kaveri for the college studies. Later, much later only I realized that the other end of the river has been Sadguru Sri Brahma's in the Thiruvannaikaval has been there. After when Sadguru took us and revealed these places, I realized, but I used to say somewhere is beyond my logic, but he is within and he is been always available. As in this moment, if I need to say, I remember this word only, I said it in his house in 2002 when he given me an appointment, darshan something. You are the Buddhi, you are the Shakti. Swami Vivekananda says, if a yogi or if a jnani just create one wish and lift the body, that wish has the capability to create everything that requires, people, resources, everything. That's the presence and power of yogi. That's how he, in his book Vivekananda speeches in Jnana Yogam, Karma Yogam, I don't know, somewhere I read it. Like this, he, it is not I alone, no. It is His compassion, His grace. Just for that, at least I should strive. That's all. And I don't know what I'm striving against, but it made me from that point to here sitting you to share wonderful experience. Whether I be in Gupta Kashi or in Dhyanalinga or in the yoga center, for me I am just one more ordinary volunteer of among all the people who've been there. Just one more volunteer. Maybe I came little earlier, that's all.
It's really touching. Those of you who are still attending, it's, it can be a once in a lifetime opportunity to see Swami and pouring out all these emotions. And I still see so many questions, and I'm really overwhelmed. Some of the questions I may not be able to answer, to ask Swami because there's so many. I saw this one question. How does a sannyasi stay in North or in Kedar? How do you grow as a sannyasi in such sacred places? And you were also in Kedar, and some of you might not know, but Swami, he was he survived Kedar floods in 2013 by holding the neck of the Nandi in front of the Kedar temple. And he wrote a book about that. You can also inquire, and maybe you can also get the book. So basically, could you talk about your experience in Kedar and especially the floods, and how could you survive the floods, and how's your life in North India?
Kedar, and definitely I didn't dream when he brought us in 96, first time of the Dhyan Yatra, Himalayas. I remember when we go to Gomukh, the trek, those days people will be very when they go, they will be they will go crazy. Crazy means they cannot be, there some other people, I remember Jack is holding and somebody, we two people will hold, we'll take all the luggages. So that night we need to reach the Bhojivasa. So we myself and other one of the few of the brahmacharis, we have been there. So we reach very late. When we reach later, we don't even know the time. Almost more than 9 to 10 o'clock something. We are very good trekkers at that time. And trekkers means we could trek the Vellingri first hill in up and down 40 minutes. That's something Indian hockey team has been done. We've been that. Every one of us has been that. So I remember I carrying the bags here, both the bags, two bags here, along with my bag and go. So Guru was there in the Bhojivasa. Hey, why you are coming so late? Where are the people? So Guru, they are coming behind it. So we don't know how we should be in the Himalayas. We thought as a Vellingri treks we been ready. So when we came to Kedarnath in Rambada, that Rampur that time, still that building is there. Sadhguru was standing in that podium like a balcony thing. He addressed it, so people have to take their own luggages to Kedarnath, then each person. So that's the first time when we came to Kedarnath. Vijayama was out there. So after the darshan, morning darshan puja, when we came, recently I saw a video of about Vijika. There, that photo was there. The Shankaracharya's stubi. Before that, we 9 of us been there. So these people, they want to take some photo with Sadhguru and Vijayama. So Sadhguru actually, after darshan satsang, he just left little bit for. So Vijayaka was there, so I'm just wanting it when somebody said, you ask him. Then I went, Vijayaka, people want to take some photograph, Brahmachari's one. On seeing him, I remember that moment he asked it, what he is asking him. What? Then Vijayaka tell, Brahmacharis want to take some photo. Why not? We can do. Why not you can tell me like that? Something he said. Sadhguru, you went ahead, so I saw that photo. I kept that photos for many times, and that photo was been in the Vijayama's, the video was seen it. It remembered that one wonderful moment. Now today's Tubi is not there. Even if you want to take up that place, it's been after the floods, has been so much thing has been changed in the landscape and the place. So somewhere he kept it, and the next time 2001 when we came, we 7 of us we came. Suddenly we came. Because we could not go to the Amarnath Yatra. At the time Sadhguru opened up this something like people go for the Yatra, and there is some other process given, like having a picture and the unforgettable thing. And that time when we went to Kedarnath, we 7 of us, Swami Nisarga, Swami Guru Bhiksha, Swami Patanka, Swami Nirakara, and Swami Adirupa, and Swami Purujani was there, and I was there. 7 of us being went. We did one thing without knowing anything. When we go to Kedarnath, and that time, that evening Arati will be very beautiful in the Sampurna Arati. These things and all now only I learned. I got more things about Samadhi Puja, this. So when we all dressed like the Nagbabas, just apply vibhuti on our body, just with one shawl. We went to the Arati. I remember that moment. I don't know what made us or what to feel that. Definitely it's a thing. Then third experience when I came, that time I remember when we saw the photos of that Kedarnath, Swami Purjani was a cameraman who been having that, so we thought this could be like the touching works of that. We don't know, the snows will be there. In 2003 when I came Parivarajaga, I walked, that place is not there now. It's completely washed away in the floods, more than 20,000 people, and that village has been in the night, Rambada. From the Rambada it was been snow. So I was been, first initially I thought it may be here and there, but slowly we were walking, it was slow. And I don't have just a slipper, nothing, just the thing. Somehow the plastic sheets I remove, because you can't sit in there. One thing, it will become wet and it will become so-called just the temple opening time. The 3 days after that, I reached May 9th, I think. I remember the moment. The 7 kilometers on the snow. How I made it really, I don't know. The 24 hours when I go to Kedarnath, it was been like 20 feet of ice and all the places. Almost the ground floor is covered with the ice. Um, it's like freezer box. Mm, but that time and Chandragiri Baba, who diagnosed me when I came into 2012, he was doing another Bandara behind the temple. And when I came, there is a longing somewhere I have to go Kedar again. So I thought every time, sometimes I return to him also in the during the Dhyan Yatra, should I get one more opportunity to go there? But it's his blessings. I got in 2012 when I landed, able to experience all the moods of Kedarnath with snow. To 2020, I think, when we came down, it's almost up to knees the snowfall happened. So we came almost by the, similarly rains, floods, devastation, and a great privilege of living on the night of 17th June 2013 as Smashana Bhumi, like Rudra, with all dead bodies, with pitch darkness. Got a small place in that time. All my dresses is gone. Only the raincoat was there, waiting if any time again water comes, I should be staying. We stayed in almost 15 people in that one room, small room. So I could not say about Kedar. I think these questions sometimes, not sometimes, it will be like not irritating, but at the same time, what we got it. Because when Sadhguru himself said about Kedarnath, what else I am going to say? In Skanda Purana, it says about the Kedar Kanda, totally. Am I going to say anything new or anything that which is not said in the Skanda Purana, which Parameshwara has said about the place to the Parvati? People like Sadhguru, what they said? It is just, I could understand the feeling that behind the question has been that want to experience it. But when I travel here and all, or in those any mentioned yatras, I certainly not have any idea or where I'm going, what I'm getting it. All I know is Guru said, that's all. I just give strike. This thing, it is His grace. I remember in the Parivarajaga when someday somebody has in a Java, I was being reached out in, and I don't know the times of that because I don't have the watch and all. So I went there. So I stayed. I want to go settle, but that hotel person and one lorry driver, they decided not to stay here. The drivers will have, they will come, they will have other things. So you go to the some place nearby the temple. And, actually, they violently they took my bag and they dropped in that temple in the night between 40 minutes. So next day I was being that I was so comfortable in walking. Why they disturb like that? But the next day I remember there was a ripe human. I could still. He said, you just send Sadhguru's name, he will take whichever the way, what you know about your sadhana, He spoke in Hindi, I still don't know what the words in Hindi for that. But what he conveyed 100% has been no doubt about it that. So since then I don't know any sadhana or anything. All the thing is I should live healthy, joyfully, and be as a volunteer. That's all. Rest all because of you people, because of him. I am just sharing it. What the thing. So Kedar, I don't know whether it become part of me or I become part of it. I don't think this vocabulary of it's like Sadguru. These are the words that I mean, when the moment I say Sadguru, many of the people relate with Sadguru Jaggi Vaste because of my association or because of that. But for me, Sadguru is everywhere. There are Sadguru Sadashiva Brahma, from my childhood I've been listening Sadguru Sadashiva Brahma, Sadguru Avadhuta Swami. So the suffix of Sadguru will be many people still they call. So they are everywhere and they are the only where they will be there. All the thing has been in this moment I just share one experience of with one Swamiji. He given a beautiful description of Sadguru. He only explained to me the Guru Parampara and that Guru, Pujya Guru, his Guru is Pujya Guru, his Guru is Parama Guru, then his Guru is Parameshti Guru, his Guru is Paramartha Guru, these 5. And 6th one is Jagat Guru, and next one is Sadguru, and then Adi Guru. That means, as we say, the 7 lineage of in the family, 7 generations of a thing. In the Guru Parampara, they say it's Guru, Pujya Guru, Parama Guru, Parameshti Guru, Paramartha Guru, Jagat Guru, Adi Guru, Sadguru, Adi Guru. That's the order they say. So then again, the lineage has been comes forever from the Narayanam. We know the slogan Narayanam, Padmabhavam, Vasishtam, Shaktim, Chaparasharam. From that it is in. The Sannyas Parampara starts from the Shankaracharya. There is Guru Gaudapada. From there, Sannyas Parampara. Before that, the Rishimuni Parampara has been there. So Sannyas Parampara starts from the Shankaracharya. So we said it. So Kedar and all is big, but we can say, but yes, of many experiences, sometimes past few years after the Kumbh Mela and this thing, what we can offer is, these days the travel mode has been so joyful, so effortless, like helicopters, and still it is not affordable for many people. So one thing I wish to offer for those who willing, who follow, like a Padayatra to the Kedarnath. During the flood devastation in 2013, when the Yatra completely halted, when so much of this, modern people talks about environmentalist, I would say, modern pseudo-environmentalists, I would say that. I am nothing. Because in this land, people keep on going. I've seen it from my place, wherever the trucks I got it near to the various places I went. Every temple of Hindu temple will be in the mountain, and they will go and do, and they will reach out on this. These people, after the flood devastation, everything, how you allow the people. There was a talk I written in my blog also. It has been about that time I written about these things. It should be stop these yatras. It should be preserve the environmentalist. I remember this one of the argument when go in the Facebook, when somebody we said it, uh, Isha has destroyed the forest and all, the, to build the Nandi and this and that. That is a farming land. I have been there and I told him, it is your mentor, Namalvaraya, has taken up all the coconut trees and planted into. It is not destroyed. I was witnessed that, and I don't know much. And your person, whom you call as the environmentalist, and they have been. He did it one, and some of the people who win that time his assistant, like Ethirajan, has been there still, and some of the Tangarajan has been there. Definitely they know much better than me. But we planted all the trees to the another land. That's the first time. Only thing what we did not did is, we have not made it in the public, in the papers, as it is a great achievement. That only thing we not did. But this is the thing. So these people were saying, when you were saying, no, he quoted Osho. Osho said, preserve the nature. You people destroying when Osho built it. So I asked him question. Osho said to whom? He is not talking to the trees and animals. He is talking to the people. Preserve your nature means first you must understand your nature. You must realize who you are. That's the nature. Once you realize it, you preserve it. Now, you talking about environmentalist, he is definitely not. Even I see the movement of Save Soil. If people walk with consciousness, with little bit, definitely we will enrich the planet much effortless way. Definitely we'll do. So, people today asking question, is the Save Soil, is the project will give the thing? No, it is we only have to do it. Whether it is any project, not just because of I am talking with Sadhguru or Isha. Today, our logic come to this way. Even these things, we have a right to question anything. If our logic is not fit, then we say everything is wrong, or everything is not at all there. So I wrote, sometimes I used to be in the Facebook, especially I got a little bit freedom when I've been functioning like this here, because I do, it is a thing. Like only at some places I mentioned, yes, from which school, from whom. Otherwise, it's an organization by Mary's volunteers. Generally, if you go wherever you work, wherever be there, we will we work it just to mention, that's all. Yes, at least only relevant place. Other places we don't need to mention. I am from Isha, I am from this. Isha is a school, it's a place I volunteer. Today, Samskriti, when we created Samskriti, he says that Samskriti is for the children, not for the university, it's for the universe. So, when we move a brahmacharya or sannyasa or the path is been for ages. The place is for sadhaks, for the people who come, and we are here to maintain the place. That's all the difference. But we are here to rise, to realize our potential. When a guru, I asked this with Sadhguru, so when it's the scripture says that people says it is very, very hard to find a guru, to get a guru in life. When I get a guru, I don't know what I followed. Not all the things that I ever understood or followed. I really don't know. But if I not work for that, then what else? That's all. So, Kedar, yes, we want to do something if people come. Not as a project, this, that. Maybe a limited people. Because this I want to do in the Samadhi Puja and the closing time of the Kedarnath, because I get an opportunity to go everywhere. That Kedar is something we have to we this we just about the Samadhi Puja or going to Padayatra. I can go on that, but let us attempt it at least go by like a Padayatra, because it prepares our body, mind, and energy system. That too, that's what Shivanga. And it is such people, they great masters, they given the tools of how to connect with that. All the thing is we need time and we need willingness. And these things is not for adventurous things. That's where I am little bit I have to be, because we have to handle the social circumstances also. And I think it's not the Isha Yoga Center, it's a public place. So when they come, when they've been willing, definitely this year at least if Shiva's grace, if Sadhguru's blessing has been there, at least for a small group of people. Every year we did it. Because it's a privilege I got. Blessing. We able to whatever the volunteering I do for the yatra, chardham or any person. And when they offered to, I said, you given me 15 days of food and shelter to me, that's enough for me. If you may be in touch, wherever. So that's how we came. And when the Samadhi Puja, when we are being from south, when they need materials, we collected. Those people only doing it. It is Shiva takes thing, and it is their devotees is doing. I am just not feel somewhere I feel not missed out or not doing it. So it is given a plane. So those time of Samadhi Puja, and it's a Samadhi Puja. Why I call Samadhi Puja means that's the last puja that happens in the Kedarnath, and during that process, Shiva goes into the state of Samadhi for the next 6 months, and during 6 months, the Kalabhairava is taking care of the puja, and the masters like people like Palari Baba and many people who've been there, they have experienced as the pujas has been there. Let's see if how many people are willing. It's not about how many people, because that time it's a closing time. The resources will be very less, because every lodges, every accommodation will be closed with very minimum thing, because immediately after the puja, within 1 hour they have to wind up everything, and not a single person except the police personnel have to come, no matter how the weather has been there. With the doli, with the Shiva will come down to the Uhiman. So with that, everyone will come. Let's see if there is a possibility we will start this year. Something we should go. It is my dream. When Shiva goes from Uhimat, when Shiva comes from his darbar, it should be vibrant. Like all the Indian cultures have to play with him, have to say it should be a national event, that because Shiva is walking on the planet. It is not the statue, it is not the we did it. I am sorry if I am being so emotional or the intense, because yes, it's my Shiva. I have to do that. If my Sadguru comes, no matter how my body aches, whether I slept, whether I eat, because just a word of I call him a Sadguru, make me to all break all my physical limitations and win there. The Vachan says, Guruve Shivamana Kurinan Nandi. Shiva is the Guru is the Shiva. That's the Vachan says, when my Shiva literally walks from his darbar, how we should be. At least we let us experience. If not, we do. There are so many other factors, but at least somebody to go by with a little bit, because we have to manage. Today we are in the world of you can't get the leave, okay? Because 24/7 job and you work from home has come because of the COVID and things. So we're getting it wherever you come, we have to manage all this thing. But still, there is a possibility with a little bit guidance, with a little bit of a thing, just walking in the Himalayas for a 3-4 days and to the Kedarnath. If not, we get the grace. At least we get the health at the best. So, just I invite everyone to come. Sorry for long answer.
Thank you very much, Samiji. Yeah, we're inviting everyone for Kedar Yatra. So basically, it's an offering from Sani. If any one of you are interested, you can DM me. You can send me the message. In my bio, you'll find my mobile phone. You can just ping me there. I'll share the link of the group, and you can message me. Basically, so and all the details we'll share in the WhatsApp group. So we will start the Padayatra in November. Sanjay, could you please briefly say what are the exact dates and how they should be prepared for that?
It should be around November 7th or 8th. One should be at Guptakashi. From there, we planned up 3 days because this walking will be very difficult for in the worldly things. So one little bit of slow walking because we have time also with various kinds of people being there. Physical has to support and altitude has been there, food things has been there, and so like this. So by the 12th November on the Deepavali day, we reach Kedarnath along with our Samadhi Puja materials that will be transported. So it's on the 12th, it will be there. Deepavali, we will have the celebration. That's a different kind with the Indian military. They have band things, and that also one good. And it possibility a snow falling because after the Navaratri, any time snow falling will be possible. So it's a very some of times I encountered like -14, 15 and all. So one should be prepared of all this and less of resource because as the wind up is happening for like every place, there will not be resources will be. So unless we plan, we organize, we cannot get even food. And so those things will be. So that's why not everybody. And in the return, we cannot expect to go to the helicopter. Nothing will be there. You have to come by walk. And as I said in 2020, even the horses could not come up because the snowfall happened for almost 15 kilometers from the top to down 15 kilometers. So those things will be there. And on 15th, the 12th is been the Deepavali, and the 13th is the Amavasya, and the 14th is been the Yamadrutiya. That's a second day of the thing. That is the day that Shiva comes to Yelmurat, starts his journey by completing from his darbar, he says. So one way Shiva is in the state of Samadhi after the puja, and on the side Shiva is coming to, there are two versions in that Shiva is come to Kashi for his in-laws house because to be with 6 months yogi, 6 months bogi. That's another version has been there. So like this, there are different devotional mythology versions have been there. But one thing is been with the Doli, they will start and come. It will come 3 days. That much time will be. So till come to Gauri Kund, we will come with Doli. That day up to Sitapur. Then transportation also will be very difficult. So we have to organize again up to thing. The closing date maybe it will be announced only in September because it has been based on the tithis and the timing how they are taking it of this. So mostly it will be on November 14 or it may be on 15th. I need to check up, and these things will be announced by the satas. That means that with all the pandits will sit how to take it up this thing, the closing and opening. Only then we can see. But we tentatively plan from November 8th or 7th. will be in a few days before that. We want to finish up the registration also. We start registration before in another week, because it's very limited people. We cannot take big groups on that, and withstanding the chillness, and the purpose is here to be intact as a group. Snowfalls, not is an adventurous yatra. We don't want to here to handle it. Those people who come, because definitely my focus will be create an ambience for the people. I think people will be 30-40 years of people whoever comes, well educated people come, they have senses, they have conduct themselves, not to harm themselves. That's a trust that I want to open it up. Let maybe this could be an opportunity for people who can come experience in Kedarnath, in the state of Samadhi. That day, the puja that is happening the whole night, temple will not. It will open at midnight, 1 o'clock. From 1 to 3 o'clock, all the pujas, last puja will happen. People will not sleep. You can sleep in it. Only the thing is, people will be, if the snowfall, they have to be in the rooms. They cannot be much. All otherwise will be, people will keep on get ready and winding up, and before you go to the temple. And we cannot go inside the temple. That last puja will be there, and the Samadhi puja when this happen, along with the doli, we want to come back. This is a small thing. We'll go rest of the things. We have to work out other things.
Thank you very much, Sunny. It was a really, I would say, can be, I felt like it's a rare opportunity to, be in your presence and listen to your stories with Sadhguru, Brahmachari, life, and how you got initiated to sannyasi. So definitely, we're planning to do the yatra. If you're interested, you can DM me. We can share all the details a bit later. If you're interested for more Swamiji's, answers, because we couldn't answer all the questions. There are like only, I would say, 30% of the questions we could answer for you. We can answer all the other questions in next previous sessions. If you're interested, you can also, let us know. Namaskaram, everyone.
Asato ma sadgamaye tamaso ma jyotirgamaye mrityurmamritangamaye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Save it.
Plus 640.